Good morning, everyone. My name is Mark, and I'm co-founder at Skwid. And today, I'll talk to you about startups. Startups that have this huge ability to create new products, create new services, penetrate unserved segments, and create new uses. However, many startup innovations end up in a trash bin, not because they're not good or not useful, but because they lack financing and proper execution. Indeed, innovation comes at a cost. R&D needs to be financed, so the startups need to generate some cash in order to do so, but also in order to survive. The fact is, today a startup is visible through its product, which means, and not their skills and capacities, which has an implication for them is that they need to focus their time and their energy on their product. They cannot talk about everything they could do because this would dilute their main message. But on the other hand, those skills and capacities could be a way for them to generate quick cash. So as a startup, what should I do? Focus on my skills or focus on my product? Let's take the example of Velco. It's an IoT company that created a connected cycling bar. So basically what people see in the world when they see Velco is a great B2C product. But what we see is capacities to integrate any kind of GPS into devices. So when you go to their website, when you go to startup repositories, you cannot imagine that by working with Velco, you could find new growth drivers as a corporation. So what we want to point out is that there is a problem of identification. People see the product, which is only the tip of the iceberg, but they do not see the underlying skills. So that's why we created Skwid. Skwid communicates on unserved resources and unserved segments so that the founders can reference their activities, their expertise, and the project they realized in the past. In that way, we can connect them easily to corporations. So how does it work? It's very simple. We help corporations to understand their needs and translate those needs into very simple Skwid categories. This way, we can match the startup resource with the corporation resource. Then we help set up dedicated teams that will interact directly with the startups in order to increase project success. Then we match the corporation and the startups based on best interests, meaning that when a corporation is interested into a startup, we verify and qualify the startup so that there is a strategic fit and the project won't fail. Then we give the means for a corporation to monitor innovation internally and monitor their interaction with the startup ecosystem. So how do we get paid? We charge the corporation for our services and for access to our platform or a direct connection to our data. So we've been working together for 6 years as digital engineers with a background in corporate finance. So we really do understand the importance of cash flow in financing innovation, but also the importance of classification to identify a startup. So we're followed by our schools and the local institution, as well as the local ecosystem that supports us. So we're very glad to say that the platform Skwid is now live on the beta version, and we're welcoming every entrepreneur in corporation to come register so that they can interact with each other and build great things. Thank you.
Thank you! So keep your mic, go have a seat right there, because right now we have 3 minutes of Q&A. What? Ready? Steady? On your mark, go.
Get set. In your opinion, how big is the market opportunity?
For us?
Yes, of course.
Well, there's a turnover of between 10,000 and 15,000 startups in France. It's even larger in Europe, and those groups has a problematic of digitalization. So I guess the potential is huge, as many groups and as many startups as there is.
Don't you have any more precise idea of the, I don't know, the projections in 3 years? It depends on the...
Yeah, we're having 2 ways of functioning. First, as a service. So we help corporation by delivering our services. but our objective is really to go on a SaaS model. So basically our goal is to really digitalize open innovation and not just do services as it's done today.
Emmanuel Macron said that he wants to make French a startup nation. So the election of Emmanuel Macron is seen as a good thing for you?
Yes, totally. And we'd like more than make a startup nation is to bring improvement into the ecosystem and the connection between those peoples.
Thanks.
Very basic question, just to make sure I've understood the concept. Corporate will give the services for free to the startups?
No, corporates have problematics and startups have skills to answer those problematics, and startups need to make cash. So we offer the possibility for startups to build their product brick by brick while getting paid for it.
Okay, so as a startup, I would use my skills to make money with selling the service to the corporate, right?
Service to a corporate, but also to build your product, because the purpose is to find common grounds between the startups and the corporation, when the corporation has a need that is the same with the startup, so that the startup can build a technological brick that it can reuse in its product, and the corporation goes faster in digitalization.
So basically you try to help the startup look for a first customer, right?
Exactly.
That is relevant to the product she wants to build.
Exactly.
Okay, thanks.
What about the competition? Because we used to use like Agorize, what is the name of this? I forget the name of the
Say it in
company.
French, because we only have 30
No, I forget. What about the competition? Do you have a lot of competitors in this?
The companies that are in the same segment as ours are very young, basically speaking. I think you were talking about Agorize.
It was not Agorize, it
Maybe.
was, I forget the name, I'm sorry about that.
What about the comparison with Agorize with Open Innovation Challenge?
Yeah, well, you said it, it's about challenges. We're not about challenges, but more on the long-term perspective, so that you can monitor your innovation internally, but also monitor the evolution of the startup.
And it's over. Thank you.